Well, this is all the stuff I got to work with. Bought this combine about, well, it was 2015. Put a lot of work in her. Can't see, it's darker than mortar in here. Anyways, it's an R50. I'll pull it out someday and show you. Just got done fixing the head. Getting it ready to go cut some corn. If I ever could. The old skid steer. She's been used and abused. There's dark in here. I'm going to show that tire. Yeah, because here's what it is. Outside, just rain. And there we got the auger and grain bins. And a darn little Mahindra tractor. It works alright. I think you gotta put a new starter on it. About the time the warranty runs out, about the time when you gotta start fixing shit. And the wagons, and stock trailer. I'll show you the cows that they're all out in the pasture. Manure spreader. Bought that new in 2007. She's been used and abused, but she still works. Tighten the chains up every once in a while, fix a bearing here or there. 1080, I bought this at an auction a couple years back before Granddad got sick and died. And I bought her pretty cheap, but these old Massey's, man. Yeah, they're easy to work on. That's the same motor in as a 1085. We had one of those, the cab on it. Granddad sold the darn thing. Wish I had that tractor back because this ain't got no roll bars. But I put them weights on there. I had a pretty hard time getting the front end off the ground because it's got them big heavy duty weights and she's heavy. So I had to put a new tire on there. And another wagon. John Deere baler. I gotta get this stuff parked inside, but I got the darn combine in the road. I have to move some stuff around today. Can't do much anything else and cut firewood. I wish I knowed where them darn cows is at. But this little Kubota tractor, I'd recommend one of these. She's tough. There's her granddad damage. He sure was hard on this darn thing. But that setup right there, you wouldn't believe the size of the windrows you can bale up with that little machine right there. It just eats the frickin' hay. And you do plug it up sometimes too, but that darn thing bales the hay. This had 150 bales on it when I started, and then the spring broke, so then I had to reset it. But that's what I got on there now. 609, so 150 on that would be 759 bales. And I got them mostly all moved. That. And I'll show you some more. Here's the drill. I say I'll get this stuff out someday when I'm using it. Show everybody, if anybody give a shit, but gosh, you can't see nothing. Here's my baby there. He's a good tractor. Ain't no doubt about it. If they would build them brand spanking new all over again, more farmers would be running them. And this new bullshit, the DEF and all that jazz. And then weights on the front of that 1080 came off of this drill. Don't really need it from where I'm at. That ground's soft enough. You could just stick your knife right into the ground. It's so easy. My corn planter, White 6100. I rebuilt all the stuff last spring. She worked pretty good. She just better than the old plate planter we used to run, the old John Deere's, but still you grow good corn with them. Now it came with the liquid fertilizer on there, but I broke the squeeze pump adjusting it, and it started out and it was like, I don't know, 22 gallons an acre coming out, and I couldn't afford that. Well, I tried to adjust it down. I oiled the chains up, and I didn't get more than 10 feet in the darn field to try it out. I adjusted the chain. That chain come around there and just caught that thing and broke that squeeze pump right there. Just snapped it. So then I didn't know what to do, so then I rigged up a little pump, and of course I had, 800 gallons of liquid fertilizer I had to put on, and I already had bought, and this and that. And so I was trying to figure out how to rig it up to get the darn thing to work. So I had one of them little, sprayer pumps that you get like at Tractor Supply or whatever, and I rigged that up on there. Then I couldn't figure out how to regulate it, because you'd have more coming out of one side than the other. So then I put spray nozzles on there and down through the fertilizer, and then it regulated it pretty good, and I got by that year, and still only yielded like, I don't know, 110 bushel of corn. It sucked, but it was better than a poke in the eye, I suppose. So then I took the old hoppers off of the 494A fertilizer, or corn planter, and I jerry-rigged them up on there and a hydraulic pump. So now I drive it from the tractor. Everything's, the same. And I turned her into dry fertilizer, which is what I like better. And then last year, I wanted to turn her to no-till, so I had that other old Great Plains planter, and I jerry-rigged this all up there, no-till coulters in front of the fertilizer disc, so they would cut in the ground and get that fertilizer down there a little bit, try to band it. And it's already got the no-till coulters on the frame. A good little machine. It puts her out there like you're just putting a seed in there with a machine gun. And I'll show you some more here. Another one of these Mahindras Granddad bought. I think it's 2004. I got it on the sprayer. 3-point hitch, 200 gallon sprayer. I rebuilt it, but I need to do some more work on it. I caught the darn limb on a tree, or a fence post, I guess it was, over there and broke that. Old Century. Worked pretty good. Now this baler here, you can bale some serious hay with this if you get to going, but that way that old John Deere baler was working this year. I had the International and the drill, and I guess I had it on here a little bit, and I only did, 100 bales with it, maybe. And they're a lot bigger. Need to get it parked back inside, too. Got so many darn things. Got more irons than the Fire 10 guys, and here I am making a video, and I should be working. Granddad's probably up there in heaven laughing his ass off. You crazy bastard. Get to work. These good balers. I used to use the neighbors when I farmed their ground. They didn't know how to run it. They had the exact same baler, and I went and I bought this one after we had our little fallout. But yeah, shoot, I baled thousands and thousands and thousands of bales with one of them balers. And this is my land roller here. Everyone asks me, well, how much does it weigh? Oh, it can weigh whatever you want. Fill it full of water, fill it half full of water. I don't have any water in it right now, because being a, engineering type of the farmer guy I am, I jerry-rigged up a spray tank, on here, the old pump, and a homemade spray bar on there. So now I do some no-tilling. I high roller sprayer. I squish that ground down flat and burn the fields down. No-till corn or beans right in them. And it seems to be working on here because the old days, oh, you can see it way back here. I caught it the other day at the skid steer trying to get rid of the junk I was burning. The old moldboard plow. And gosh, how many hundreds of acres I plowed with this darn thing. The first thing you do is you start plowing. You don't plow in an idle. You put the fuel up, throttle all the way up, and you go, and you're just blowing the smoke out, and you're just burning fuel up left and right. And back up Bertha, that's what I call her, the old 851 baler, baled a lot of bales in, but she got to the point where she wouldn't tie. And I did have to use it last year when the John Deere, I broke the darn bearing went out in the side. And it still works. Some bent pipe in there, I don't know how that happened. I guess, I don't know. I had a green bale stuck in there and I took it out there to pasture and fed the cows. Couldn't get the darn bale out, so I let the cows work for me and they cleaned it out for me.